Have you ever looked at a brown patch in your lawn and wondered why it refuses to recover no matter how much water you give it? You turn on the sprinkler every evening, sometimes for 20 minutes, sometimes even longer, hoping that extra water will finally bring the grass back to life. But days turn into weeks, your water bill keeps increasing, and that stubborn patch still looks dry, lifeless, and completely different from the healthy green grass just a few feet away that receives the exact same water from the exact same sprinkler. It feels confusing because logically, more water should solve the problem, right? But what if the problem was never a lack of water? What if your lawn has been receiving plenty of water all along, but the soil underneath has stopped accepting it? This is the hidden reason many lawns stay brown despite endless watering. And once you understand what is happening beneath the surface, you will start noticing it everywhere. The water you are applying may not actually be reaching the roots. Instead of soaking into the ground, it may be sliding across the surface, escaping through tiny channels, and disappearing before the grass ever gets a chance to drink. Scientists have studied this problem in water-repellent soils, and the results are surprisingly dramatic. In some cases, almost 88% of the water placed on the surface can run away instead of entering the soil. During the first watering, only a small portion of the soil may actually become wet, and even after repeated watering sessions, large sections underneath can remain completely dry. Think about that for a moment. You could water the same brown area again and again, but most of the roots beneath it may never receive a single drop. The water touches the ground, forms tiny beads, searches for the easiest path, moves sideways through small cracks or low areas, and leaves the root zone untouched. Meanwhile, the grass above continues to struggle because the roots are sitting in dry soil. This condition has a real name. Lawn professionals, especially those who manage golf courses and large landscapes, have been dealing with it for years. They often call it dry patch, and the scientific explanation is that the soil has become hydrophobic, which simply means the soil has developed a resistance to water. Instead of welcoming moisture, it starts pushing water away. And surprisingly, this may be one of the biggest reasons why your lawn remains brown even though you are doing everything you think is right. The good news is that the solution may be much simpler and cheaper than you expect. In many cases, the fix can cost around $1, and you may already have what you need sitting inside your kitchen right now. In this video, you are going to learn how to quickly determine if hydrophobic soil is the reason behind your brown lawn, how to fix it properly, and how to recognize the difference between this issue and other common causes of brown grass. Because not every brown patch has the same cause, and using the wrong solution can waste your time, money, and effort. Before we begin, leave a comment and tell me about your lawn situation. How long have you been dealing with that brown patch, and how often are you watering it? Your answer can reveal a lot about what is actually happening, and it also helps others who may be facing the exact same problem. Now, let's understand why soil sometimes reaches a point where it refuses to absorb water. Because once you understand the science behind the problem, the solution becomes much clearer. Soil is not just simple dirt. Healthy soil is a complex living environment made of tiny mineral particles, organic material, decomposing roots, old grass clippings, thatch, microorganisms, and countless natural processes happening every day. Over time, as organic materials break down, they can leave behind a thin waxy coating on individual soil particles. Under normal conditions, this coating is not a major problem. When the soil stays slightly moist, everything works properly. Water can move through the spaces between particles, roots can absorb moisture, and your grass continues growing normally. But the situation changes when the soil experiences extreme heat and long dry periods. When the ground becomes completely dry, those waxy substances can harden around the soil particles, almost creating a protective layer that blocks water from entering. This creates a frustrating cycle. The soil dries out, the waxy coating becomes stronger, water struggles to penetrate, and because water cannot enter, the soil stays dry even longer. Every time you water the lawn, you are repeating the same cycle without solving the real problem. This explains why many homeowners see something that seems impossible. One part of the lawn is green and healthy, while another section right beside it is completely brown, even though both areas receive the same amount of water. The reason is that water does not move evenly through water-repellent soil. Instead, it searches for easier routes. It creates narrow pathways and flows through those areas while ignoring the surrounding dry sections. Your healthy grass may simply be located above one of these moisture pathways, while the struggling patch is sitting where water never reaches. Another confusing sign is when the surface appears wet immediately after watering, but when you dig down even an inch, the soil underneath feels completely dry like dust. This is one of the strongest signs of hydrophobic soil. The top looks like it received water, but the roots below are still suffering from drought conditions. Certain environments make this problem much more likely. Sandy soils are especially vulnerable because they drain quickly and struggle to hold moisture. Areas facing south often receive stronger sunlight and become hotter during the day. Soil near driveways, sidewalks, walls, or other heat-reflecting surfaces can dry out faster because of reflected temperatures. Lawns with thick layers of thatch or areas that have experienced severe drought stress are also more likely to develop water resistance. But before you start applying any treatment, it is important to confirm that this is actually your problem. There is a simple test that takes less than a minute and can save you from applying the wrong solution. It is called the water drop test. Walk over to the brown patch and move aside some grass so you can see the soil underneath. If the surface looks hard or crusted, gently scratch it with your finger. Now take a bottle of water and place a few drops directly onto the exposed soil. Watch carefully. Healthy soil behaves in a very specific way. The water spreads out, absorbs quickly, and disappears into the ground within a few seconds. That is what you want to see. But hydrophobic soil behaves completely differently. The water droplets stay rounded and sit on the surface like tiny beads on a freshly waxed car. They may remain there for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, or even longer without soaking in. The longer those drops stay visible, the stronger the water resistance is. For a better comparison, perform the same test on a healthy green section of your lawn. If the green area absorbs water quickly while the brown area causes water to beat up and sit there, you have discovered the real problem. You were never dealing with a watering problem. You were dealing with a water delivery problem. Your lawn was not lacking water. The soil was preventing that water from reaching where it was needed most. There is also another useful test you can perform at the same time. Take a long screwdriver and push it into both areas. In healthy soil, the screwdriver should move several inches down without much resistance because moisture creates softer soil conditions. But if it stops after only an inch or two, you may also have soil compaction, which is another issue that can prevent water from reaching the roots. Understanding whether you have water resistance, compaction, or both will help you choose the right solution and avoid wasting effort on treatments that will never solve the actual cause. Once you have confirmed that your lawn is suffering from hydrophobic soil, the next step is understanding how to restore the soil's ability to absorb water again. The good news is that you do not always need expensive products, complicated equipment, or professional lawn treatments to fix this problem. Many homeowners immediately think they need to water more, but adding more water to soil that is already rejecting moisture is like pouring water onto a sealed surface and expecting it to enter. The real solution is not increasing the amount of water you apply. It is helping the soil accept and distribute the water properly. The first thing you need to do is break the surface tension that is preventing moisture from spreading through the soil. One simple method is to gently disturb the top layer of soil. You can use a garden fork, hand rake, or even a small tool to lightly open the surface around the affected area. The goal is not to damage the grass roots, but to create small openings where water can begin entering instead of running away. Think of it as opening tiny doors inside the soil that allow moisture to move downward. Once the soil surface has been loosened, you can apply a gentle soaking treatment. Many gardeners make the mistake of turning on the sprinkler and walking away, but hydrophobic soil often needs a slower and more patient approach. Instead of a heavy watering session that creates runoff, apply water gradually and allow time for it to penetrate. A slow soaking gives the soil a chance to slowly change from water-resistant to water-accepting. If you notice water sitting on top, stop and allow it to absorb before adding more. This process may take patience, but it is far more effective than flooding the area all at once. One of the most interesting and affordable solutions that many gardeners use involves a common household item: a few drops of mild liquid dish soap. Now, before you imagine creating a bubble-filled lawn, understand the science behind this method. Dish soap contains surfactants, which are substances that reduce the surface tension of water. Normally, water molecules naturally stick together, causing droplets to form and making it harder for them to spread across certain surfaces. Surfactants help break that attraction, allowing water to spread more evenly and move into areas that previously resisted moisture. This is the same basic principle used in professional soil wetting agents, which golf courses and large landscape managers often use to deal with dry patch problems. However, when using dish soap, the key is moderation. Too much soap can harm grass, disturb soil organisms, or create other problems. A very small amount mixed with plenty of water is enough to help improve water movement. The goal is not to clean your lawn. The goal is simply to help water behave differently when it reaches the soil. After applying a mild solution, follow it with a slow watering session. You may notice a surprising difference. Instead of watching water form droplets and escape across the surface, you may see the soil begin absorbing moisture more naturally. Areas that looked permanently dry can slowly begin changing as water finally reaches the root zone. But remember, one treatment does not always completely solve the problem. Hydrophobic soil often develops because of long-term conditions, and restoring healthy soil requires consistent care. Think of it like rebuilding a relationship between your soil and water. The soil needs time to regain its balance. Another powerful step that can help prevent this issue from returning is improving the organic matter in your lawn. Healthy soil contains a mixture of minerals, organic material, microorganisms, and air spaces that allow water to move freely. When soil becomes lifeless, compacted, and lacking organic content, problems become much more common. Adding compost, leaving grass clippings on the lawn, and encouraging natural soil activity can dramatically improve moisture retention. Organic matter acts like a natural sponge. It helps the soil hold water during dry periods while also allowing excess moisture to drain when needed. This creates the perfect environment for stronger roots and healthier grass. Many homeowners focus only on what they see above the ground, but the real health of a lawn begins below the surface. A green lawn is not created by grass alone. It is created by the invisible world beneath it. Millions of microorganisms are constantly working to improve soil structure, break down organic materials, and create pathways where air and water can move. When that underground ecosystem is healthy, your grass becomes more resilient and better prepared for heat, drought, and stress. Another important factor is your watering schedule. Surprisingly, watering your lawn every day with small amounts of water can sometimes make problems worse. Frequent shallow watering encourages grass roots to stay close to the surface because moisture is always available near the top. These shallow roots become more vulnerable during hot weather because the upper layer of soil dries out quickly. Instead, deeper and less frequent watering encourages roots to grow downward in search of moisture. Deeper roots create stronger grass that can survive stressful conditions much better. However, this only works when the soil is capable of absorbing the water. If hydrophobic conditions exist, even deep watering will fail because the moisture never reaches the areas where roots are growing. This is why solving the soil problem should always come before adjusting your watering routine. Timing also matters. Watering during the hottest part of the day is often inefficient because evaporation removes a significant amount of moisture before it reaches the soil. Early morning watering is usually the best option because temperatures are cooler, winds are calmer, and the lawn has more time to absorb moisture before the heat of the day arrives. Evening watering can sometimes create other problems because grass may remain wet overnight, increasing the risk of certain diseases. A healthy lawn is not about doing more work. It is about doing the right things at the right time. It is also important to recognize that not every brown patch is caused by hydrophobic soil. Sometimes the real issue could be fungal disease, insect damage, nutrient deficiency, extreme heat stress, pet urine, or poor mowing practices. The next time you see a stubborn brown patch in your lawn, do not immediately assume that your grass needs more water. Sometimes the real problem is hidden beneath the surface, where the soil is silently preventing moisture from reaching the roots. By taking a few moments to test the soil, understand the signs, and apply the right solution, you can save water, save money, and bring your lawn back to life naturally. Remember, a healthy lawn does not come from endless watering. It comes from healthy soil that knows how to hold and deliver moisture when your grass needs it most. Small changes like improving soil quality, watering correctly, and paying attention to what your lawn is telling you can create a dramatic difference over time. Gardening is not about fighting against nature. It is about understanding how nature works and giving your plants the support they need. So before you spend money on expensive treatments or replace your entire lawn, take a closer look at what is happening underneath. The solution may be much simpler than you think. If this information helped you understand your lawn better, share your experience in the comments and let us know whether you have ever faced a brown patch that refused to disappear. Subscribe for more practical gardening tips, simple solutions, and expert advice that help you create a healthier, greener, and more beautiful outdoor space. Remember, sometimes the biggest lawn problems have the smallest solutions.